What's going on, everybody? How everybody doing today? Welcome back to another exciting episode of you already know what it is, one-on-one talk with your boy Pico the City Brown. Before we start the show, I need you guys to do me a favor if you haven't already done it, or there we go. If you haven't done it already, please do me a favor, go to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, it's a little bell, hit the bell. That inform you that when I drop new content, it'll pop up on you guys' phone or whatever you use, your tablets, whatever. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok is my name is Pico. I think it's at Pico City. Hit that follow button. You can also follow me on Instagram at Pico38. Ooh, my throat. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I want to thank everybody for participating in my podcast, and I want to thank you guys for listening, because you can be doing anything else, but you be chilling with me for an hour or 30 minutes. So I appreciate that. I want to thank all my star givers. I appreciate you guys. Keep it coming. Before we start, once again, you guys do me a favor. I need you guys to hit the like button, and I need you to share the content. So you can put it on your page, put it on anybody's page you want to. Tell them to put it on somebody's page, and hit that like button. Bam, give me the thumbs up. It makes the content looks good, and we grow together once you hit the like button and once you share. Please, I can't stress that enough. If you want to, I'm not making nobody do it, but please share the content and also hit that like button. Now, once again, somebody always sending me stuff. People always sending me stuff. Sometimes I look at it if it's worth talking. I mean, all of it's worth talking about, but I can't get to all of it all at once. So I did a show on masculine women, but they wanted me to break it down about the roles. I mean, should a woman be masculine, and should a man be more feminine? So I'm like, okay, so what? Well, I don't understand that. Should have been more feminine, but I thought about it, because a lot of women say, certain men should get in touch with should get in touch with their feminine side, and certain men actually like masculine women. So, give me a second. There we go. Hey, I can see. So, I think I got a scratch on my glasses, guys. That sucks. But anyway, the show must go on. Oh wow, I'm all tangled up. Yeah, masculine and feminine. Should a woman be masculine? Some say yes, some say no. Should a man be feminine? No. Should a man have get in touch with his feminine side? Well, let's find out. You guys draw your own conclusion. Should they or shouldn't they? And that goes for both masculine woman or a man get in touch with his feminine side. There, I got my other glasses. Oh, there we go. Now, from what I say, and this is just my perspective on things, this is just the way I go about looking at this situation, I'm going to say it's not a good thing for a woman to be masculine or to show her masculine energy, because that's not what a woman is here for. A woman is not here to be a man, right? I don't care what nobody tell you, and we can't use, they can't, you guys can't always use an excuse like, if you're with somebody or he leaves you, and you got to hold the fort down by yourself. That's if you have kids, and you say, well, some of us are pushed into this thing. No, you're not pushing to becoming to act like a man. No matter what you do, you stay what you are. That goes for woman, young woman, older woman. You stay what you are. I've never seen so much masculinity in a woman's perspective in this day and age, because people can get away with pretty much anything they want to do. I mean, if that's what you want to do, then by all means, that's what you want to do. But it's not a good look for a woman. So, and like I just said, a lot of women say, well, we was pushed into this. We didn't have a choice. He left us, or he left us with a child, and we have to fend on our own. That's fine, because guess what? You're a parent too, so you have to fend on your own. If he don't do it, you do it. If she don't do it, he do it. If he don't do it, she do it. But that don't make you a masculine. That shouldn't bring you out of your feminine character. So you don't have to knuckle up or buckle up or try to be tough like a guy. No, you're not here for that purpose. And once you go against the grain of your purpose, then you pretty much start taking on those characteristics of what are you trying to be. So that's why women shouldn't be masculine. No one likes a man. Well, I'm not going to say no one, but a man, a real man wouldn't like a masculine woman. That's just how that goes. I mean, I've never seen it recorded in history that men like masculine women. Just got ways of a man, but they're the opposite sex, of course. But no, and women, I mean, I'm sorry, not women, and men, this go for you too. Don't let a woman talk you into getting in touch with your feminine side, because if you're a man, you're not supposed to have a feminine side anyway. God made us both different. He made woman a woman, he made man a man. So there's nothing wrong with a guy liking purple. Heck, if a guy like pink, that's just him. But that don't mean he's in touch with his feminine side. You shouldn't want to hang out with your guy and you doing feminine things. A guy shouldn't want to hang out with all women. That's not a good look. Even if he is trying to tag him and bag him, it's just not a good look. Because if you hang around too much of anything, you start to take those attributes. Now, either you're going to play for the other team or you're going to try to, like I said, bag and tag all of them. And guess what? That's your thing. That's what you want to do. If they're allowed to do it, then go ahead and knock yourself out. But no, somewhere down the line, like I always say, we got the script twisted. Somebody put us in a loophole of a wormhole. So that's why women can walk around and say, well, I was forced to do this. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't forced to be a man. I mean, not a man. You wasn't forced to act like a man, to have on a masculine role. You should be what you were born to be 24/7. Remember the example I gave before. Suppose if I was to say something like that. Suppose I was to say something like that. And I say, you know what? I've been hurt so many times by women, I might as well just go and show my feminine side. See, it don't sound right when guys say it. So therefore, it shouldn't sound right when women say it. There's a line to draw. There's a line to draw. And that takes away the characteristic of a beautiful woman. That's just how it goes. You can have a beautiful woman, but she act just like you. You know, she want to beat her chest just like men do. That's not the way to go. And then when you meet a guy, sometimes you chase them away because they're like, damn, dude, we damn near neck and neck now. So, no, stay in a woman's lane. Brothers, stay in a man's lane. Stop trying to be something we're not. So, it is what it is. You draw your own conclusions. And this coffee good. But that can go all type of ways. You know, I mean, if you're a grown woman and you got a house, you got a car, and you paying all your bills, then so be it. Congratulations, you're an adult. You don't get a stamp on your card for doing something you're supposed to do. No, I'm not gonna say never. It shouldn't work like that. But certain people want brownie points for doing things. Mother of the year, for what? You're supposed to take care of your daughter. Father steps in the picture. Everybody wants to, well, you know, he's a great. No, that's something he's supposed to do. That's something he's supposed to do. They did a survey with some children. They was walking around the street and asking kids questions like, who do you love most? Your mom or your dad? Well, not most of them. All of the children said, I love my mom more. And guess who was there? The dad was right there when they said that. How do you think that make him feel? That's where the part, when I say a man shouldn't be feminine, he has to stay a man, because a child will take the softer side of the parent. That's why you have so many kids to coexist with the mother instead of the father, because the mother's the nourisher. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it goes. They're going to take more than the father will. It's simple. You know, it's pretty freaking simple, because the mother, she's got that soft heart. Well, I'm not saying all mothers, because I know a couple of mothers that'll get with you, but mothers have soft hearts. Fathers, they have soft hearts too, but to a certain extent. See, the thing of a father is he don't want to see his kids get hurt. That could be son or daughter. Scenario, like I said before, if a child gets pregnant, she'll tell the mother before she tell the father. When she tell the mother, the mother will say, you know what? Don't tell your daddy, because he'll have a fit. That's his job. He's supposed to snap out because somewhere in your life you went wrong. Now he got to correct this mistake because he already know. He already know the road that's been planted ahead. So now, guess what? He's got to step in just like she's got to step in. And today, pretty much all you see is the grandparents raising the kids. Them your kids. And then the mothers or the fathers, or just say the parents of the kids, want to get mad at the grandparents for not raising the kids. No, I'm not. Them your kids. Then you want to get mad at them. They're your grandkids. No, you're right. Grandkids. Those are your kids. Y'all laid down and had fun or whatever. Y'all had sex. Y'all had those kids. So guess what? Cough up that babysitting money. Cough it up. Nope. Nobody said the road will be easy when you have kids. Nobody. The road is never easy when you have kids. But just because one parent can't do what the other parent can do, that don't make that parent a bad parent. You may be able to give your kid the world. The father might not be able to do that. Maybe he got a low paying job, you know? Maybe. But now women want men to raise kids the standards of the woman. It's not good enough. It's not my fault. You want your kids in Jordans every day, all day. I mean, you want our kids or our son or daughter in Jordans every day. You want them in that stuff. Guess what? When you get paid, go buy it. Simple. Now, I might buy him some Nikes or her some Nikes or a jumpsuit, but every time I get paid, I got to get her Jordans. I got to get him Jordans. Just Jordan. No. And then when you want to break the cycle, they get mad at you. My kid ain't finna be no bum. Well, guess what? There's a lot more clothes out here that don't represent being a bum. And that's where men have to step in at, because mothers done did it for so long, they just take it and run with it. Now, hey, come on. You hear a lot of women say what? My child. That's my baby. Don't hit my baby. Well, guess what? If it weren't for me, your baby wouldn't be here. The baby wouldn't be here. The mothers don't give drops of life. The father do. Now, I know we all was raised, and we all say that, we always say that, if it weren't for my mama, I wouldn't be here. No, if it weren't for your father, nobody would be here. That's including woman. That's including man. Because if man isn't there to drop that sperm, and if man wasn't here at all, guess what? Sperm would have never been invented. So therefore, women would never have children. Women never have children. So that goes along. That goes along with women being too masculine. Men don't like masculine women. They want to, y'all trying to match each other's. Well, she's trying to match your energy, and you gotta take off your head and get in touch with your feminine side, like they say. No, I don't have a feminine bone in my body. I never did, and from the looks of it, I never will. But that's the way they want us. Well, not all of them, some of them. Most men aren't hopeless romantics. Why you just can't leave the man the way he is? Leave him the way he is, because he don't bother you about situations. If you want to hold your hand sometime, okay, well, he can do that if you want to. But guess what? Don't expect that stuff every day, because that's not in a man's structure to do that every day, all day. You have more men that can love their woman, but they don't want to be around them all day. That's why, I don't know from my eye people, sorry. That's why they invented man caves. Some women get it, some don't. Well, yeah, he down in the basement playing to get video games on the computer, something. You have to get away. Same thing with women. Y'all have to get away. Stop crowding each other all day, every day. I mean, we all know them couples that be together all day, every day. And people, in the way society got it, we look at it like, oh man, guess what? That's a good thing. No, it's called smothering. I want to come home. You might want to go home. But in some cases, in worst case scenarios, people look at that as being soft. Well, you know what? Damn, y'all with each other every day, and like I just said, you're not supposed to be with each other, around each other every day, all day. Even husbands and wives get tired of seeing each other. Let's just be honest. But you don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. Just a whole bunch of things. Come on, man. You don't have to go everywhere your girlfriend goes. You don't have to go everywhere if she go to get her nails and stuff done. You don't have to do that. You don't. Women, you don't have to follow your guy everywhere he goes. If he's going to be with the homeboys, you shouldn't want to hang around him. What happened? Did everybody just get crazy all of a sudden? So it is what it is, man. I mean, everybody can draw their own conclusions, but oh my eye. I don't know what's going on with society. No, actually, I do know what's going on with society. Everybody's too soft now. Everybody's too soft and wet behind the ears. That it's out of pocket. It's so out of pocket. Just like arguing with each other. That's that masculine energy. You should no man sit up here and go back and forth with his girlfriend or his wife. You shouldn't want to do that anyway. You shouldn't, because it's actually a dead cell. It's dead energy. So just leave it alone. It ain't even worth it, man. I'm telling you. Man, I don't know what's going on with my eye. I'm sorry, guys. Some of my eye is bugging. I feel like a wild hair or something. But it is what it is. You know, people do things for different situations. So if you're listening to the person who sent me that, I hope you get the understanding of what I was saying. I really do. But it was actually, I had another topic to go to, but I forgot what it was. But I'm crazy today. I mean, we can talk about all type of things. Do anybody out there got a topic? Because I can't remember my topic to save my life. Let me try to see if I can find it. And my ass tripping. Oh, yeah. Kids. Raising kids. And I talked about this before. That was the other topic. Raising kids. It's okay to chastise people. It's okay to chastise your kids. There's nothing wrong with that. There never was and never will be. Don't let somebody interfere your life of raising your kids, because just because they don't chastise little Bobby or little Lisa, that don't mean you can't chastise your kids. We pretty much see the results of people not chastising their kids. We already know how that go. So it's okay to chastise your kids. It's okay to tell your kids no. Because once you spoil a kid, they'll get used to that. And when they get used to it, it's hard as heck to break from that. Because now they're going to want everything. No. That goes for the women too, because I know women got a latch on their kids like 40 going north. No, man. Sometimes you just can't get everything. You can't. Raise your kids up right, because they're going to have to fend for themselves one day when we might not be here. But that's just how it go, man. Nobody lives forever. Nobody. So it's about the legacy you leave. It's about the legacy we leave when we're gone. Our kids remember us and remember the teaching and the raising we gave them throughout the years in the latter parts of the years of their life. They'll look back on it and be like, wow, man, my mom taught me this, or my dad taught me this. But you can't teach your kids nothing by smoking out on the corner, smoking weed every day and beating up women and walking down the street with your pants down. You set an example right there. So expect your kids to grow up and do the same thing. Or you can't go out and party, mothers, you can't go out and party with your kids. Y'all both got on short mini dresses and now y'all fighting for attention for the same guy. She out there dancing for the young boys. Now you got to go out there and dance for the young boys too. So y'all pretty much competing for the same dude. And why is that? Because somewhere down the line, somebody dropped the ball. A couple of years ago, they had don't know if it was a dance tournament at the school, and the mother showed up at the school, and they twerking in front of all these high school kids. What happened? What happened to the black culture? I mean, not culture. What happened to the black society, man? What happened? In front of all these kids, so you got the principal there, you got the teachers, you got the gym teachers, you got just regular teachers, you got other people watching, you got probably have the council there, and they just dancing for all these kids, and the first dance they did was what? Turned around, dropped on the floor, and started twerking. Now, who gonna respect something like that? And the school ain't no better than they are, because the school should have stopped it. School used to have so much power back in the days, man, but school is nothing anymore. Who stopped it? Nobody stopped it. I mean, these are grown women in front of a whole congregation. I think it was a gym room or assembly hall full of kids, and their kids is in there watching their mamas on the floor dropping it like it's hot. Who the heck does that? And everybody just rooting them on and cheering them on. But you, my mama, you coming up here to school and you dancing and you drop on the floor and start twerking and shaking your butt, and all these high school boys and teachers and stuff is looking at you. Where do we go wrong? Where? Angelica, hey, how you doing? Where do we go wrong? Something happened. They put something in the water in the black community, I guess. So I don't know. You know, the fathers go to the schools. They got these jackets on with hoods and the dreads sticking out, and they pants sagging. People scared of these people. I wouldn't let you in the school neither. Oh, Chicago, what's good, bro? I wouldn't let you in the school neither. If you gonna do that, do it outside. But if you coming up to your school, if you coming up to the school to check on your son or your daughter, straighten yourself up. Straighten yourself up. You ain't gotta put on a freaking 3-piece suit. Pull your pants up. Take the hood off. You in there talking to teachers, and your vocabulary is a 5th grader's. Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool. Yeah, man, my son, like, man, what's up with that? No, talk like you got some sense. We all got sense. God gave us all sense. So act like it, man. We got to set examples for these kids. We have to set examples for these kids, man. And I'm not saying, well, me personally, I don't smoke weed or cigarettes or nothing like that. But in my eye, people, when you're grown, you can do what you want to do. But there's certain things you don't do around your kids. You don't do that. If I did smoke weed, I can't walk down the street and smoke weed with my kids. When they like 14, 15, I'm like, yeah, hey son, Sean, pass me that. No, there's no respect. I have to be a light to my children. Women that go dancing with their kids, you got to be a light to your daughters, because your daughters, your kids, they reflect everything you do. And then when they do something and they see you bringing guys in and out the house all day and you popping your booty and stuff, and then when they do something, you jump down their back and they gonna turn around and say, well, you did it too. What can you say? What can you say? Don't do as I do. No, that's the example you set, man. You made a bad example for yourself. That's why mothers and daughters always feuding. And we see that everywhere on pretty much all social media platforms. Mothers and daughters, they be going at it like cats and dogs. She called the daughter B, the daughter turned back around and called her B, and it's just crazy. But we're so prone to ignorance, we just sit and look at it. Like, damn, man, that's crazy. Nobody steps in and like, hey, man, you know what, dude, you're wrong. You can't talk like that to your mama. You can't. Mama, you can't be disrespecting your daughter like that, because it goes both ways, people. It goes both ways. Ooh. So we got a legacy to leave with these kids, whether we like it or not. We got a legacy, man. And with the way it's going, it ain't looking good. It's not. I went to a job fair today, and I'm walking up in the place, and women, they were wearing the tightest the tightest leggings And they all got their jackets up so people can see their butts, man. And guess who you got in there? Whole bunch of white people. Whole bunch of sophisticated black people. I've been on job interviews and they look at the crowd and they be like, nope, don't hire this one. Don't hire her. Don't hire him. I've been there and I sat there and I've heard people say this. Because they go off how you look, man. And half of these people can't even pass a drug test. But we always quick to say, well, we can't find a job. No, because you had 24 hours a freaking day. That's why you can't find a job. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting high, but Jesus, don't get high at work. I used to work for a company on a lunch break. People going to back and start smoking until they started dropping them random drug tests. They was letting people go left and right. And then you want to pitch a fit. Man, hey boy, how they gonna fire me? Because policy is you can't work and be intoxicated or high, man. That's just work, but that's pretty much every job. Pretty much every job. But like I said, it's the legacy we leave behind. I don't want my kids to grow up and do the things I did when I was young. I want them to strive for perfection. If they can dodge that bullet in any kind of way, by all means, do it. I don't want them to grow up and do the things I did, because now the world is much harder than it was. So back then I did get a slap on the wrist. It wasn't easy, but it was better than it is now. Ain't no slap on the wrist no more. It's not. Hey man, look, draw your own conclusions. Stop having all these unwanted kids. Stop getting knocked up by these guys that just come and say, man, you know what? I love you too. And y'all having unprotected sex and the baby come and he's gone. And now you have to fend for yourself. And then you want to get on social media platforms and make videos about you down him saying how no good he is. But guess what? I got something for you. You already knew he was no good before you laid with him. You know it. Everybody know, just like a guy that's messing around with her, and he know the girl is messing around with everybody. He already know. They be like, man, she a hoe, but I'm still gonna sleep with her. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know this guy don't give a crap about nothing, but hey, you want to lay down and have a baby with him because you went in thinking you can change him to be a better person. But what you fail to realize is that women can't change men. Men can only change themselves when they want to. That's like a woman forcing a man to get married. Yeah, he'll do it, but he's going to divorce you because until he's ready to get married, you have no say in that. You don't. You can love him. You can say, well, you don't marry me, I'm leaving. Guess what you're doing now? Now it's an ultimatum. You're trying to give him a choice. Me or back to square one. Okay, well then bye. Don't brothers, come on man. We got to get back on the ball, man. Stop marrying these women that don't give a damn about you. Stop it. Don't do it, because women are like wolves in sheep clothing. They look good, but they're not. Most of them are not. And it's not always just the man's fault. It was never always just the man's fault, because there's two sides to a story. I'm not saying that men are perfect. Hell, I'm not saying that women are perfect, but sometimes it's the woman's fault and sometimes it's the man's fault. So remember, there's his story, there's her story, and then there's the truth. But it's just prone that it's our fault. But now, guess what? It's 2023. You got brothers waking up out the blue, man. They're waking up out the blue. I'm not saying everybody got a podcast or a talk show, whatever. It's right. Some of the brothers do be kind of hard on the sisters. They do. I watch the shows a lot. They're like, dude, come on, man. Now you can't do that. You can't say that because you're doing the same thing. No. If you say I want a feminine woman, I want a modern woman, that's fine. You can have that. But you got to be able to be a modern man. I mean, not a modern man. I said a modern woman. Well, you know, the old school women. I would say legendary. I forgot what you call them. But traditional. There you go. You want a traditional woman? You got to be a traditional man. You marry her, you got to take care of her. I'm not saying if you're dating her, it's not. I'm not saying don't court her and don't treat her with respect or don't buy her nice things. But guess what, women? There's a limit to the things that people should do for you when you're just dating them. Now this day and age, these women want expensive purses and what's the name of them cars, Bentleys and stuff. What? Wait. We can't. I can't afford this. I'm driving around in the old school Cutlass, but you want a Benz. Nah, it don't work like that, sweetie. It don't work like that. You know who gets those presents? Wives. That's wife material. So next time a woman say, well, you know what? I ain't gonna do this. We're not married. Okay, well, guess what? You finna get a Chrysler just like I am. You finna get a Buick at 94 just like I am. Because those are wife presents. Those are what you call wife presents when y'all been married for years. Then you can buy her Benz or whatever they driving now, the new cars. I don't know what the name of the cars is, but yeah, stuff like that. But sometimes people get in relationships just expecting to see what they can get out of people. Just like a married woman that's been divorced 5-6 times. Now she got all these rings like she Michael Jordan. That don't make sense. Why would you want all those rings anyway? Remember back in the days when you hit a celebrities and they be like, man, well, such and such is on their 5th marriage and 6th marriage. That's too many. That's way too many. That's way too many wives. Some people say if they get married once, they'll try it again for the second time. But I say the same thing. 2 is my limit. That's it. If I get married and the first one don't work, and if I get married again and the second one don't work, guess what? I'm not doing it no more. I'm just not doing it anymore. I don't want this one. I gotta buy this one a ring, and I gotta buy that one a ring, and gotta buy this one another ring, and I gotta buy that one another ring. No, that's just not in my cards. I can't do it, and I won't do it. You should learn your lesson from the first one, or maybe the second one. Learn your lesson, man. Stop jumping into these marriages, because if you jump into all these marriages, I'm talking to the brothers. If you jumping into all these marriages, that's a lot of love. That's too much love in the world, because it's okay to love 1 or 2 persons, or maybe 3 people out of your lifetime. But you marrying all these all these women. You marrying all these women, and none of them works out. So you getting divorce after divorce after divorce. You married for 6 months to a year, and you got to dump them. Oh, baby, I want a divorce. That's because you didn't love them. You're looking at the moment. You're looking at her beauty. You're looking at the vanity. You don't love her, and she sure don't love you, because guess what? You got a lot of women that do the same thing. Such and such got married, but she left him because he lost his job, or such and such got married. Remember I said this before. She left him because she outgrew him. How do you outgrow somebody? Especially your husband. You can't outgrow your husband. You just cannot do that. Because whatever he go through, you should go through it too. That's your husband by God. In God's presence, in God's eye, you married him. You got to stay with him. Unless he died. Unless he's not here anymore. If God took him home, or you just an all-out abundant hypocrite and cheater, then by all means, you can divorce him. He can divorce you. But if everything's all good, and you just feel that, hey, you know what? No, I don't love you anymore. Too freaking bad. You gotta stay with him. Because, like my nephew always say, people want the wedding, but they don't want the marriage. Because marriage isn't easy. You gotta work at it. You got to build together, man. You gotta strive for perfection. You might not get it right the first time. And I'm not talking about right the first time by getting married and marry somebody else. I'm saying you might not get it right the first time by striving for perfection. But you keep going. Y'all build things together. Then when y'all get to a certain age, you can sit back and relax and kiss the sky. Baby, we made it. We still not where we are in life, but guess what? We made it. We comfortable. You got gray hair right here looking like Dr. Strange. She got gray hair. But y'all did it. That's what love is. This love today, man, I don't want none of this. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't want none of it. Because now you don't know if people are in it for you or for your money. And that goes both ways, because you got a lot of wealthy sisters out here and you got some wealthy brothers out here. And that goes both ways. Men do the same thing. Men get with women for money, just like women do. Well, I'm going to take up for this. And we know we can play with these women's hearts and they fall in love. And if you get a woman to fall in love with you, you can pretty much do anything you want to do. She'll do this. Here goes some money. Here go this. You can drive my car. Whoop the bam. This, that, and the other. And your intent all along, you have your intentions is, I don't want to be with you anyway, but you got this money. Where did we go wrong at, people? Where did we go wrong at? So it's not just the men anymore. Women are getting worse than men. And it's to the fact that a lot of these women, now I will say this, and a lot of people might not agree with me, but I'm going to say it anyway. When KS was here, Kevin Samuels was here, a lot of people didn't like Kevin Samuels. A lot of men didn't like him. A lot of women didn't like him. Guess what? People are entitled to their own opinion. I like the guy. Did I agree with everything he said? Hell no. I would never do that. But the people that didn't like him was ridiculing him and all that stuff. When the brother passed away, he must have shook some nerves in the world, because now you got women got podcasts now. And they're saying they're saying the same thing he was saying about their own people. Now you got podcasts. Women are confronting other women. But nobody stopped to realize that, dang, when did this happen? Because it all started coming out when he passed. And they like, you know what? We didn't agree with everything he was saying, but the man was right. You can't always get what you want. Make a long story short, you can't always get what you want, people. And that's what he was showing the black sisters. It's okay to date a guy that's making $50,000 a year, $30,000 a year. Everybody's not going to get millionaires. It don't work like that. If it worked like that, the world would be a better place. But everybody's not going to get a six-figure man. Every man's not going to get a six-figure woman. It just don't work like that. Excuse me. It don't work like that. You get what you can get and you deal with it and you build. You build. That's all you do. Put y'all money together, y'all can have a beautiful future. There's nothing wrong with that. But everybody wants the same platform of a guy. Every woman wants a basketball player or a celebrity. Every man wants a high value woman or a high ranking woman. No, man, that's not for everybody. It was never for everybody. So we got to change it somewhere. I don't agree with anybody 100% on the podcast. Heck, even my podcast, y'all shouldn't agree with me 100%, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I can't trip on that, but I say more right than I say more wrong. And I'm not going to always get it right. But it shouldn't be like that. But I do appreciate the fact that Brother Mark, he's not on here today, but Marcus, what's going on, bro? I do appreciate the fact that he brought it out and said women are taking more accountability for women now, because you see a lot of a lot of women doing podcasts confronting women like, dude, y'all doing too much now. Now, if a woman tell another woman they wrong, you know it's a problem. Yeah, y'all wrong. Why y'all can't set up for regular dudes? Or why y'all want these dudes to do all this stuff for y'all and y'all don't want to do nothing in return? Because y'all women now? No, because y'all got a vagina? No, that stuff played out in the 90s. That played out in the 90s, man. Well, I got woman, this, that. I got a goal, man. Everybody want this. No, baby girl, that's dead. Because if you don't do it, he'll find somebody else to do it. That's just how cold the world is now. And I won't even say cold. It's just how it go now. No, you got to do this. You got to do that. You got to fly to Krypton and get some kryptonite. Cause Superman coming. That's my baby daddy. And you got to figure a way out to beat him. And then we can hang out. No. Sucker Free Sunday is done. A lot of brothers are waking up. A lot of sisters are waking up. Brothers and sisters are finally trying to get along with each other. Everybody's pretty much on, not everybody, but a lot of people are pretty much on one accord now saying, hey, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Men are the problem. Women are the problem too. But you just can't say, well, you know what? All women is like this. All women are bad. No. All men are like this. All men are bad. No, because the bad is going to always outweigh the good. And no matter what we do, there's always going to be more bad than good. But you got to point it out. You got to point it out. You got to let these older sisters got to talk some sense to these young sisters. Like the people I grew up with, when they would talk to the young girls on the block or around the community. No, you ain't got to do that. Stop sleeping with all these men. Stop using these men for their money, because guess what? 9 out of 10, he can unalive you. Man, stop using these women for their money, trying to get these women to fall in love with you, and you know from 21 Jump Street, you don't want nothing to do with them. You already know. It's in your head like, man, I don't even like her like that. She's a bum. She's nothing to me. But she got that money. Her taxes coming up. No, go get your own job, bro. Go get your own job. So it's got to stop. But I will say I am proud. I am proud of the sisters that's coming out to acknowledge, because they had to get this stuff from somewhere. Somebody was telling the truth. You know, and I meant to say this yesterday and I forgot. I got a message from a woman yesterday. She messaged me on my messenger, and she was like, "We need more men like you to tell our women how to behave themselves." See, one thing about Pico, I don't care what nobody say about me. I'm going to speak the truth. If you're out of line, then guess what? You're out of line. You can't get mad at me for saying, hey, straighten yourself up. That goes for man, child, son, daughter, anybody. If I see a flaw, I'll just try to help you fix it. There's nothing wrong with me telling my black sisters, hey, you ain't got to bend over and twerk in front of all these guys and all these guys looking at your booty. Now you're a sex object to them. And if you're a sex object to them, you can't turn around and say, y'all disrespecting my body. No, you disrespect your own body. They're just looking at what you screwed up on. So you can't do that. And that goes for the women too that's watching the podcast or anybody else out there. If you talking to a sister and you say, hey, you can't do it, you can talk to your daughter. Hey, you can't do that, ain't the way to go. And they blab off at the mouth. Don't even tell them no more. Don't. Because they're already rooted in their own self-destruction. You can't tell me what to do. That's every black person's theme. You can tell me what to do. I'm grown. Guess what? Age don't make you grown, man. Age don't make you grown, brother. It don't make you grown, sister. It don't. This makes you grown. You know how many 21-year-olds and 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds and 60-year-old men and women out here that still got the mind of a 5-year-old? That's a dime a dozen. You got older women out here in clubs with the younger women. It's like I said before, they're competing for the same guy. The same guy. But you should be at home doing adult things, teaching your daughter, hey, you know what? I can't stop you from going to the club, but guess what? You got to get older. This club stuff ain't going to last forever. You right there with them. Y'all both getting out of the car with mini dresses on and sequins dresses, and you finna go shake your butt, and you right here shaking your butt. Your daughter in front of you shaking your butt, and y'all come together and shake y'all butts together. What kind of foolery is this? Marcus, what's good, man? I was just talking about you, bro. I was just talking about you. What kind of foolishness is this? Shouldn't no woman be hanging out at a club with their daughters? Same thing with the brothers, but you don't see many brothers doing stuff like that. You don't. Now, I'm not saying it don't happen, but you don't see a lot. You don't see that much of it. So, guess what? When you're a parent, you're a parent. You're a parent regardless. What about the mom's teaching her kids how to carry themselves at a club set? What you mean by that? How to carry themselves? If I think that's what you're talking about, you mean like in a respectful way? Uh-oh. Are you talking about a respectful way, Chicago?
and speech spitting at local spots. My flow is close to eye cause they hitting all over. I'm a militant dude potent like King Cobra. Used to be thin, but my frame just expanded into the lyrical.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Bear with me. I think I did it right. Hey, Chicago, what's good, man?
Not much. But yeah, that was basically what I was saying. Like in a setting, like going outside, going out having fun and stuff. Like I understand what you're saying. Like the mamas shouldn't be going outside, shaking their ass and stuff like that. But they can also instill in them values and how to carry themselves once they go outside. Like y'all want to go outside, show some skin, shake some ass, whatever. Y'all need to make sure that y'all protected. Y'all need to make sure this, that, and the third.
That's true. That's definitely true, and that's why it was best if you called in and said, "Well, where you go? You all right?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Excuse me, I'm checking on my daughter right quick.
Oh, okay, no problem. But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. It's the same thing. You know, you got to teach your kids when you're outside in these streets. You got to learn how to protect yourself. Don't bring stupidity to you all around you because wait, I'm sorry. I used to hang with an older lady around 50 years old. She's married, and her daughters and they grandma at the club, she got upset when her husband told her she can't hang with us anymore. I stopped. Hold on, Angelica. Anymore. I stopped hanging around them because I never did it with my mom and felt guilty. Never been back clubbing since. Well, that's her husband, so if he want her to stop, by all means, she got to stop. So, because
it's a respect level at the point.
Thank you. I was just going to say that. Yeah. So that's like if Chicago's married. What was that, Chicago?
Also, one thing that I had to learn, and I feel like a lot of men have to learn as well. The women that they're going after, there's no guarantee that the way she is, well, I won't say the way she is, but basically the way she is, how she dresses, or what she do, really not going to change once she gets you. It's going to be toned down a bit, yeah, but it's not going to be like, because there's a situation where a few my friends, ex-friends, they had like a bad female, a bad bitch or whatever, and as soon as they get them, oh no, you can't dress like that, oh you can't go, no, you got to chill out because before she got with you and after she got with you, she's going to be that same person.
That's true.
It's either talking to her about doing it on a respect level,
right,
or go get rid, or just not be with her.
That's true. There you go.
So it's a difference between telling somebody, "Oh no, I don't want you doing it," like demanding, like it's a dictatorship. A relationship is between two people, not one person.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, I read what you said, Angelica. I ain't leave you out, but yeah, you're right. I mean, if her husband want her to stop, then hey, there's pretty much nothing she can do because that's her husband. But I mean, she have a choice, but the best choice is to just you know what, hey, I'm making my husband is uncomfortable now, so I can't do this no more. You can't get mad like, well, you can't tell me what to do because everybody pretty much knows what goes on in clubs.
Right. Because I'm sure if it was the other way, she'd be like, well, I don't like my husband out here like that, and I feel embarrassed if he was. So why not get him the same common courtesy?
Exactly. Facts. Oh boy, there we go. That should be better. And my glass is all messed up. But yeah, you're right. You're right, Chicago. You're definitely right. You can't if you don't want that type of woman, just don't be with that type of woman. Simple.
Okay.
Just don't be with it.
It's real pretty women out there that'll be conservative for a person.
True. That's true. That is so true. Yeah, but that's just the way life is sometimes, bro.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I know, right? But I appreciate you for calling in, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Means
I've
a
been
lot to
meaning
me.
to. I've been.
I know you be so busy now, man.
I wouldn't even say that. I say I just be in my own world, and I be having to like not so much slow down, but like refocus on the right stuff instead of shit that I'm used to.
Right. I hear you, man.
So,
All right, well, thanks for calling, Chicago, man. I appreciate you, brother.
no problem.
All right, man.
I'll call back in if I got something else.
All right, hey, look, it's always open for you, man.
All right, gratitude.
All right, man. Uh-oh, let me try to put this back in here. I know this is all crazy. There we go. So, Chicago, thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it. Angelica, that makes so much sense what you said. I mean, that's her husband. I mean, I don't know how he said it, but he don't even have to say it in a bad way. He just can be like, babe, you know what? I don't like you going to these clubs like that. You know, can you chill it out? And by her being, she should acknowledge that's my husband, I'm making him uncomfortable. She should just automatically be like, well, you know what? You're right. But if she get mad and combative, that's because she's not finished doing what she want to do out there. See, that's the difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend and a husband and wife. There's a big difference. So you're definitely right, Angelica. I appreciate you for putting it down there so everybody else can see it. She's right. She made a very valid point, guys. In Chicago, you're always making valid points, man. There's not too much bad I can say about you, brother. So yeah, there's a big difference between boyfriend and girlfriend and husband and wife. You're not promised to take care of a girlfriend. That's one of them right there. But you have to take care of your wife, and your wife, you have to take care of your husbands. It's a two-way street. It's definitely a two-way street. What's that? So I keep trying to go out. I'm sorry, she keep trying to go out anyway. And I didn't like that she had a good husband, always working, never goes out. God-fearing man. There you go. But you know what's going to burn? And I'm not saying this upon nobody, but it's going to burn if he leave her. No, there you go. She didn't do her part as a wife. And just like I just said, when he's like, you know what? I can't take this no more. I want a divorce. She going to feel a fire. Because that theory is true. Good men, good people are hard to find, period. Let's just be honest. Everybody you date aren't going to be good. They're not going to be good like that. You may get some, but that's just the game. That's just the gamble we play when you're dating and in relationships. Now I don't know him, but he sound like a pretty decent guy. And these are the ones that get trampled on and ran over. But you can't tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman. It's 2023. Blah blah this, that, and the other. Yeah, but you missing the point. You're missing the point. You're my wife. It's not you got to do what I say. No, that just makes me feel uncomfortable. You know, you wearing these little clothes and these guys gonna be looking at your body. Now, and to be honest with you, you're the club. Somebody gonna walk past. They might flop your butt or flop your breasts. But you got a husband at home. You wouldn't be in that predicament, in that situation, if you wasn't there. So it is what it is. And should no wife want to hang? Should no wife? I don't even know how to say it. A wife shouldn't want to hang in the club anyway if she got a husband at home. Now I'm not saying she can't go to a club. I would never say that, but that's her thing now. No. It don't work like that. You got a husband at home, girl. So you got to chill that out because just like you said, Angelica, if the shoe was on the other foot, I mean, Jerome said if the shoe was on the other foot, she probably have a fit. Where you going? Well, I'm going to the club and he got some nice gear on. He's smelling good and it's already in her head. If he's a handsome guy, he pulled me. He's going to a club. Some woman is going to be looking at this guy. And she might wait and watch him come in a couple of more times. And I notice he always by himself. Then you got a problem. But We got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. She said, I think, oh, wow, I think she was looking to cheat anyway. Want someone with more money and take her out every day. See, there you go. It's not always about money. It was, to be honest with you, it was never about money. If we can go back and get a time machine and go back to I call them biblical days because they were just older days. A lot of people didn't marry for money. They didn't. You didn't hear them people back in the days in the Bible, and they was like, well, Zephyrus, Moses' wife, she didn't tell Moses, I can't marry you because you ain't got enough cattle. No, man. And that's the problem now. People getting married for the wrong reasons. You getting married for somebody else's bank account. Or I had this conversation before on another podcast, and I was talking to these sisters, and she was like, well, if I'm dating you, which is fine, that's not a problem. You can date who you want to date. If I'm dating you, I need to see how much money you got in your bank account. Chick, is you crazy? Really? So why do you have to see what I have in my bank account? The reason why you got to see what's in my bank account because you're trying to find out what you're going to get out of me. I'll show you nothing. Because I'm not finna come to you and say, well, you want to be with me? I need to see your bank statement. For what? You're not my wife. No, who does that? I need to see your bank account, and people judge each other off the cars they drive. Well, I can't be with him. He drive this. I got a Tesla outside, and he got a he got a Ford Fusion, a Ford Focus, or whatever. You don't do that. And a lot of us miss out on good things because we're so illiterate that we don't even know any better. We don't even know any better. A lot of people miss out on good relationships, man. A whole lot of them are off stupid stuff. I just can't do it. Wow, what's wrong with him? Ain't nothing wrong with him. Every time I see him, he got on the same jacket, or he got on these same jeans. You know they make different kind of jeans, but whatever. You know, he got to be able to take care of me. Why? Why should I take care of you and we're just dating? Why? Just like one of the last podcast. It was a couple of shows ago when I was telling you guys the woman made a podcast and she was saying, don't date a man that don't pay all your bills. I mean, every last one of them. He's got to pay all my bills. If not, I don't want to be bothered with him. Now, she'll have kids. She'll have daughters. And that's going to be the same thing she teach her daughters. And if nobody's there to break that generational curse, they're going to have kids. You see where I'm going with this? And then that's the theory of what I hate men come from. Because now you're looking for somebody to take care of you. Well, you're supposed to take care of me. You the woman. I'm the woman. I'm the woman. You the man. You're supposed to be the provider. No, that don't mean that. God never said you date a woman and you provide for her. Man never said that. Wife only. You provide for your wife and your family. That's it. So if you have a girlfriend and she asks, can you buy me this? And you say, no, you ain't got to say no, like, no, sweetie, I'm good. I'm good. Like, no, I ain't got the money for it. Or no, I'm good. She get mad at you. Guess what? Don't expect that relationship to last too long because she's going to find somebody else or he's going to find somebody else that's going to do that. Because men, let's just be honest, some men, we didn't made it easy for these women. We buy them the world. We buy them the world. And then when it don't work, she move on to the next man and she want him to buy the world because we bought them the world. No, you can't have it. And guess what? It's your money. If you're spending your money, you don't owe nobody no explanation. Like, you gonna buy me this? No. And just walk out the store. She can get mad all she want, or he can get mad all he want. No, I said no. No means no. Simple. But But that's just me. Or is this she didn't have to work? He supported her completely. Wow. She always complaining about him. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't step out on her. Well, you know what? Hey, he probably did. Because guess what? I'm just going to be honest, guys. If a woman is in the HR all the time in the complaint department, that guy's going to feel left out and he might just go find somebody else. Because when you're married, your wife is supposed to be your peace. You're supposed to come home to peace. She's supposed to ease your pain. Whatever pain it is, she's supposed to ease it. It can be out in the streets. It can be sexual. It can be anything. That's what she's for. How many times we heard on talk shows and, well, when there were talk shows, not too many anymore, these podcasts, and women are actually coming out and confessing, hey, I stopped having sex with my husband. What do you expect him to do? I stopped having sex with my husband, but he went over there and had sex with this being. What do you expect him to do? And he's sitting here and he's telling you. Any takers? Oh, of course he's going to find somewhere else to go. That's the same thing with a woman. She's going to find somewhere else to go too. That's why you never go to bed mad at each other. You find a way to make up and then you can go to bed. Because the minute you start depriving a man for sex, that's going to be a problem. Women's sex drives aren't as big as men's sex drives. I mean, some of them are, don't get me wrong, but if you want to do it, you there, guess what? You ain't even got to enjoy it. Just let them do it. Get it over with. Damn. But all this, back in my day, I'm putting you on punishment, coochie punishment. Yeah, okay. Try that now. He be like, all right, I'll talk to you later. Gonna go right over to Michelle's house. Yeah, come on in. See, we mess up for ourselves. And then again, when we do that, we want to blame him for it. No, you messed up. That's on you. No, I ain't doing nothing. Okay, well, you keep saying you ain't going to do nothing. He going to find somebody else to do it for you. But, hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a podcast. And some coffee. So, yeah, time's out for this stuff. That's the guy you chose to be with. And that's the guy you're trying to build a future with. You do what you can to keep a smile on that man's face. You do what you can. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what your girlfriends say. That's your man. You chose him. So you got to make him happy. And sometime in relationships, people forget that. People remember the show I had, You're Not Supposed to Change? You see how it all makes sense now? When y'all first met, y'all was just on top of the world. Years pass and he fall off or she fall off. Then y'all point the finger at each other. Oh, you didn't do it. You did. You stopped doing it, so I'll stop doing it. Well, no, see, but it's the same thing. Instead of somebody thinking like, you know what, we both screwed up. Let's get back on track. Simple. So that's just how it goes. Women, you know how brothers operate. I ain't even got to go into that. Y'all the opposite sex. Men like women, you know what time it is. I'm just going to leave it at that. You already know what time it is. So if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing and he starting to catch eye at somebody else, before you snap out on him and say, yeah, I hate you and you this, you that, and you should have known, sit down, get you a chair. You can do it in the bathroom. You can do it in your room. Get you a chair, a stool, a milk crate, or whatever. Put the milk crate, the chair, the stool, whatever you sit in at home, in front of a mirror. Sit down in front of that mirror and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? That's going to do it for today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Like I said before, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Pico the City. Pico the City Brown. One-on-one talk, PTSD. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, that notification button. Ding, ding on YouTube. Oh, thanks, Barry. Appreciate you, brother. I mean, Ice. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ice, my guy DJ Ice, one of my skater buddies. Ice, I appreciate you, man. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. At Instagram is Pico38. TikTok is Pico City. Hit that follow button on Instagram and TikTok. Don't forget to hit that like button for these shows. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. And please, if you want to, feel free to share the content. Hit the like button. I can't stress that enough. Share the content. Hit the like button. Tell a friend you know a guy that's got a show, podcast show. His name is Pico the City Brown. Check him out. You might like it, you might not, but hey, check him out. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm out of here, man. I'm saying, once again, like I always say, take care of yourself, take care of yourself, and take care of each other, and pray more, and always keep God first. This is your boy Pico the City Brown signing off, saying, see you guys tomorrow with another great topic. God bless everybody, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I am out of here. Don't work.